Okay, so let me just go over your homework. Okay, so to get access to this, just download the week 12 file from Piazza. Okay, I've updated that file to contain all of the new stuff that we covered today, as well as the homework section. There's no need for an addendum because we didn't really write any code on Tuesday's class. Okay, you were just using my code. Um, okay, so um, what we're going to be doing, okay, in this assignment is we're going to be training three models in total and comparing their accuracy. We're going to be training up a regular old OLS. We're going to be training a random forest, and we're going to be training an artificial neural network with two hidden layers. Okay, and we're going to do this first on the home price data set, and then we're going to do it on a different data set. We're going to do it on the wage data set. We worked with, I think it was in week, I think it was maybe in week 5 or something. Okay, so now for this first part, okay, when we train these three models on the home price data set, okay, the idea there is to kind of get your feet wet. You won't have to do any of this data prep that I was doing before because I've already spelled out how to do the data prep for you. You can just run those lines of code and your data is going to be prepped. Okay. I just want you to fit the models and then to and then to and then to evaluate the accuracy of those models. Okay. Now, my only recommendation, okay, though, is that you do sort of a separate data prep unit for uh, the other two models as compared to the artificial neural network. In other words, so this whole time, right, we've been doing data prep. It's the data prep has been very simple. We just read in the data and then we just convert things to factors, and that's it for the data prep. Okay, so for the first two models, you can just run those commands. But then once you get to the point where you're working with the artificial neural network, okay, just repeat these two commands again and then run everything that I was running before. Just repeat everything that I was running before because obviously the data prep steps for the artificial neural network are a little bit more complicated than the data prep steps for the other two models. And if you just run this data prep that I have here and train up an OLS model, I mean, technically it will work, but you're going to get kind of weird results because all of the data has been scaled. There's no need to do data scaling if you're just training an OLS or a random forest. Okay. So anyways, so go ahead and do the data prep. Okay. And then I want you to fit an OLS model. Okay. Fit an OLS model. And then evaluate the in-sample and out-of-sample accuracy of the OLS model. And I want you to use the mean average percent error in order to assess that accuracy. If you don't remember how to do that, look at the week 9 assignment. Okay. Then I want you to train a random forest to do exactly the same thing and then evaluate the accuracy of the random forest. And then finally, I want you to train an artificial neural network, okay, in order to train an artificial neural network and evaluate the accuracy of the artificial neural network, okay. Then in part 2 of the assignment, what I want you to do is just those exact same steps, except we're going to be working with a different data set. We're going to be working with the wages data set from a couple of weeks ago. Okay, so load that data set up, run these data prep steps no matter what. Okay, so these data prep steps I've already coded in for you. Run those no matter what. Okay, these will be sufficient. Okay, this data prep here will be sufficient for the OLS and the random forest models. You can just go ahead and fit those models using all of the same code that we've been working with. However, for the artificial neural network, this is not going to be sufficient. You have to do the rescaling of the variables and conversion of the factors into dummies, just like you did above. Okay, and so I want you to do that. I want you to attempt that for this data set. Now, I've already run this on my computer. I have the solutions. Okay, I've already run this, and it does work for the wages data set. The only thing is, when you're doing it yourself, the first time you do it, it's probably not going to work perfectly. You're probably going to get some sort of error. You're probably going to get some sort of bug. okay? Because there's a number of things you have to change when you're working with this new data set. Don't get frustrated by that, okay? If you get an error, don't give up, okay? Everybody is going to get an error the first time they run through it, okay? Try to figure out what the error is, okay? Look carefully at your code. Talk with your group mates. If you can't figure it out, then come see me in online office hours, okay? This is going to be due. Sunday night at 10 p.m. Again, if you have any questions, online office hours, or contact me via Piazza or shoot me an email. Any of those things, and I'll try to help you out. Okay. Okay. So I hope y'all have a good weekend. Okay. Work on this assignment, and I'll see you guys back on Tuesday.